Welcome to the Ladies Enrichment Club and Entrepreneurs Club Worldwide. Today we have a special guest with us, Karin, and she will be introducing herself. Hello, Karin.
Hi, Zelda. Thanks so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
It is so nice to have you on the show today, and I'm wearing red today because there's something related to your story. So yes, Karin is amazing, I think, in what she does, and she's going to share. But first, we want to give a short introduction. Where you're from, maybe your hobbies.
Thanks, Zelda. Okay, so I'm originally from South Africa. I've been living in Dubai now for 12 years. I'm a mother of 3 teenage boys, which I also homeschool, which is part of my, I would say, hobbies as well, because it keeps me quite busy. So my hobbies, tend to link to my passion, and that is hormone health. So with hormone health and with the cycle syncing program that I've written an ebook about, I try to do my hobbies according to my cycle. So I love paddleboarding and I love mountain biking with my family. I love coffee dates with my girlfriends. I like studying and I like research and I love writing ebooks. I know it sounds crazy, but I think I'm just a forever learner. So depending on the part of my cycle that I'm in, so when I'm feeling active, when I'm in my ovulation phase, I like to go out, I like to do more active things, I like to go mountain biking, push myself with my family. And when I'm going into my menstrual phase, I like to just quiet it down a little bit and go for walks on the beach, maybe go paddleboarding, maybe go swimming, maybe even just read a book and just be kind to myself in whichever phase I'm in. So my hobbies really differ from one extreme to the other side.
Yeah, it's so true. It's all about how you feel, what you're going to do, right? So if you don't feel well, you're going to stay at home, you're going to rest it out, and you're going to feel more enriched the next day,
That's so
and awake and more focused. Thank you so much for your introduction. And wow, to be a mom of 3 boys and do all these things, it must be, multitasking, and you need to have your, schedule planned out every day. So good luck for you on that one. But now we're going to go into what you really do and your business. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, and why did you choose to go into this type of business?
Okay, so it started when I was very young. I wasn't really the healthiest child. I was constantly feeling sick and nobody could really help me. And I've just always wanted to be the person that I wish I had growing up. Not, my mother was very supportive, but I felt like the doctors and the medical side didn't really know how to fully support me and how I was feeling. I always had stomach cramps. I always felt sick. I never felt really my best. So when at the age of 21, I was also diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, a very, very scarce autoimmune disease. And now that I've studied to become a health coach and a hormone health coach, I can finally put the puzzle pieces together where you can link everything and how everything fits in to each other like a big puzzle. So how the gut health eventually manifested in an autoimmune disease. And then 5 years later, I was diagnosed with a second autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's. So now that I understand how everything works, and you cannot isolate one thing at a time, but rather looking at it, taking a step back and taking a holistic approach to health and wellness, I can truly see how to really support and help women in going forward and where they feel stuck health-wise or otherwise in our health, because I think health is such an holistic thing. And at the school that I studied at, it is the largest nutrition school actually in the world, and they look at our primary foods, which was so amazing for me, because primary foods, we look at spirituality, we look at relationships, we look at career, and then we look at movement. Those are our primary foods. Secondary foods are the foods that's on our plates. So they say you can eat all the kale in the world and have the healthiest diet, but if you're in a career where your boss is a boss from hell, you will not be healthy. Or if you're in a relationship that's just bringing you down, you can eat as healthy as you want to eat. It's not going to benefit you as much as it would if you would look at it holistically. So this is what I love about health coaching, is looking at the person really as a whole from all the perspectives, not just like looking at a symptom. Like you would say, if you look at a tree and the leaves are busy going brown, not going to paint the leaf green, but rather going to the roots and see how can we feed the roots? How can we, well, what is the cause of the issue that's manifesting or showing up health-wise or otherwise? So that's really my passion, is just really helping women understand holistically what's going on and how they can move forward to live their best life. I mean, we're all supposed to live our best life, right?
Yeah, I think it's so important for us all to do that, because just yesterday I heard somebody said that a friend is terribly sick and he's got all the money in the world, but that health, you know, is the most important, and money cannot really buy health. So we really need to take care of ourselves, like you said, in our environment, with the foods we eat, the jobs we take on. We should make sure that we have a good balance for everything. And it's so true. Look at the root of the problem. Thank you, Karin, for that short and sweet introduction to your business. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
At the moment, I'm busy promoting an ebook that is syncing your cycle, or syncing your life with your menstrual cycle. That was a big chapter in the hormone health course that I did a while back. And it was just so fascinating to me as a female, knowing that I can see my cycle, my menstrual cycle, kind of as my superpower. Because, you know, men, I don't want to ditch and they have their place, and I love men to bits, but men are linear. So a man has a testosterone boost in the beginning of the morning, and they are 24-hour cycles. So for a man, it's really easy to work out in the morning, do what they need to do, and they can do it day after day, and it works for them. But us women, being cyclical, our estrogen is in the beginning of our cycle, then we have a testosterone spike when we ovulate, and then our progesterone goes up towards the second half of our cycle. And it all has to do with how we feel, how we can work out, what food we should be eating. So I kind of see my cycle really as my superpower, because like sometimes of the month it's good to be introspective. Certain times in the month it's great to step up and launch your business, and other times it's good to set goals, and that's what I've been writing about in my ebook. It's the foods that we need to support our estrogen in the beginning of our cycle, which foods we need to support our progesterone at the second half of our cycle, which exercises are good for when we are in our menstrual phase, which is we shouldn't be really working out, doing tough workouts. We should be nurturing ourselves to prepare ourselves for the month ahead. It's 2 or 3 days, taking a day off, just going walking, not hitting the gym, not doing your HIIT workout on those days, but rather gradually build yourself up into your ovulation phase, which is your peak, your main phase, where you will feel your absolute best. So the ebook is all about how to, and it's all scientifically based on how our hormones are at each part of our cycle, how we should be eating, working out, and looking at self-care.
I would love to read your ebook, and I cannot wait to get it. It's an ebook, so it's not something that you print, and I personally, that's why Alice is also on ebook, because I feel we just help nature not to print extra books, you know, use extra resources from nature. So looking forward to that as well. For those that's listening and or viewing, Karin's will be in the November article. She will be our YouTube guest like we are doing now. She's going to be on our podcast, on our Instagram. We're going to feature you, Karin, everywhere.
Awesome.
And your link is going to be, yeah, I'm so excited because I feel that you are the first coach that I have interviewed so far that's doing this. And it's such a specific thing that you're doing and so important for us women, you know, for our health and how we feel. And, you know, I also need this because like I said, we have our good days where we are more sharper than the other days and we focus better. And we need to know where we are in our cycle. So I am looking forward to receiving your book. And now we will share screen your Instagram just to show, you can just see, where is that? I want to share. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your Instagram.
So my Instagram is evolving, obviously, as I'm also evolving as a businesswoman and as I'm evolving with what I'm learning and how I'm experiencing it. So everything I'm teaching here is everything that I've already experimented with. So just a quick thing that I did. So when I studied the hormone health course, my hormones were completely messed up. My cycle was like less than 20 days. I had very bad PMS, cramps, like all the classic hormonal symptoms. And when I learned about the cycle syncing, I thought, what have I got to lose? Let me give it a try. So as I was writing the ebook and as I was implementing it, this ebook has been a project for more than 6 months now. I definitely saw a huge improvement in my hormones. PMS really does not exist anymore, and my kids can vouch for that. My cycle has gone back to its normal length, 26, 27, some months really greatly 28 days, which is always like a celebration for me. But just like that, it really works. And then when I go on holiday and I let it slide, I can feel that the symptoms creep back. So there's definitely kind of method in this madness. And so everything that I'm talking about on my Instagram page is just about kind of doing the best we can to preserve our vitality, our youth. I mean, we all want to grow up one day to run around and play with our grandchildren. So the vanity metrics, it's great. We want to look good. We want to, but most importantly, we really want to feel good. We want to stay young on the inside so we can have a good old age, right? So that's my passion, is to be a really awesome grandma that I can run and do what I want to do and not be held back by health issues.
Yes, yes. And that's what we need to do. We need to look after our health and we should not be worrying too much about money. We should be taking care of what we have. And I like your Instagram. I love what you have here. You have so many inspirational titles here. So I feel like I want to go back to one specific, like I just saw it. Oh, here you go. Thyroid. A lot of women suffer from the thyroid imbalance, right?
Yeah, I do too. So that's one of my passions, is to kind of figure out and how it's all connected, how thyroid. And I mean, the thing that I've just come to realize again and again is we need to go back to basics and work on our stress, because stress eventually is the thing that affects the thyroid, affects the sex hormones, it affects our skin, it affects our gut health. So yeah, that's something that I also do in my program, is just stress management and stress management techniques and stuff, and giving you tools on how, because I mean, we live in a stressful world, you won't be able to get away from stress, but how we manage it is the important part.
Very true. Very true. How we manage the stress. So if you are watching this video or listening to the podcast, just go to Anavah_Living and follow Karin on her Instagram. I already did that, and I'm one of your followers, Karin, and I would not regret. I think I can get some very nice advice, good advice from your Instagram as well, and some recipes as well.
Yeah.
So let's go now back to the questions. What's your short-term goals for your business?
Okay, the very short-term goals is to get my website, my new website. I had one, I'm redoing it, get that up and running as soon as possible, get the ebook on the website. And then what I'm doing coaching-wise, because I do write some ebooks and I do write some articles, but I also do one-on-one coaching with clients, taking them through a journey, getting them to where they want to be. So setting goals, setting visions for where you want to go. And I also work with a functional nutritionist where we run lab work, we get you a blueprint of what you need specifically to get you to your optimal health. So it's not just a cookie cutter, do this, do that. We look at you specifically. What are your needs? What supplements do you need most? So we don't give you all the supplements and guess which ones you need. We go and we target so that in a 4 months or a 6 months course that I do, we get you to the goal that we set. We set what's the word, like achievable goals, right? I'm not going to say you're going to lose 50 kilograms over 6 months, but if we set achievable goals and you stick to the plan, you do get to those results with the targeted treatment. So it's great that I'm putting together a team. I'm looking also at getting a life coach in as well. So if there's some mindset work that needs to be done, because I really want to be there to support women to get them where they want to be. And I don't always have all the answers. So I like to support I have a circle of like-minded women where if I don't have the answer, I will know somebody that's got the answer for you.
That's
so
lovely.
that's what I'm working on at the moment. That's my short to medium term goals. My long-term goal is to retire my husband, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that is a very long-term goal, because you still have a few years to go. And yes, absolutely. And I feel that it is good to think about those days, because if you work hard now on your business, you will, reap the benefits afterwards. Thank you so much for your short-term goals there, and good luck with those. If you ever need advice on goal setting, talk to me as well, because I can support you.
You see, like-minded woman, I love
Yes.
it.
Now, what advice would you give women that would like to start their own business, but they feel stuck in a rut, like they don't know how? Maybe their finances are, they have a small budget, or maybe they feel like they are just stuck. They don't know where to start.
Yeah, there's so many things that that's really hit home for me, advice that I've gotten. And the first one I'm going to say is what we just spoke about. Surround yourself with like-minded women, because the more you surround yourself with women and people that's going to inspire you, it definitely has a ripple effect on how you do. Even people that you follow on social media, don't follow people that make you feel unworthy. Unfollow them. Follow things, look at things that's going to build you up. And I feel like that's a really important thing, because we tend to really always measure ourselves up against other people, and then we always put ourselves short. So don't try and measure yourself up to somebody else. Set your own goals and decide what you want to do. And that was a real big one for me. And another one for me is mindset. Mindset is if you believe you can do it, you can do it.
Yes.
That's the bottom line. If you believe you can, if you believe you can't, you're probably not going to do it. But you need to believe that you can do it.
Yes.
And just then go for it and see yourself as an entrepreneur. That was a big needle shifter for me. It's just speaking to myself, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not a woman that's trying to start a business. I'm an entrepreneur and I want to build a profitable business. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money, right?
No. I think mindset is like, you need to have the right mind to go from, here to there. If you cannot find your purpose in life, you need to go and sit down and make a list of things that you would like to achieve. And I feel that is very necessary. So for me to do a list for myself, for my own personal goals, is so important. So
is a big changer, because otherwise I think us as women become very we multitask a lot, which is actually quite detrimental, I think, to our brain health, because if you're not doing one thing at a time, ticking it off, if you have your goals listed, it makes such a big difference. If you're doing 10 things a day and at the end of the day you haven't actually even done anything, you also feel like you haven't achieved anything. So goal setting is a big one for me as well.
Now, thank you so much for that advice. And I'm sure there's a lot of women that's going to follow your advice, Karin. I just want to ask, you have also, apart from Instagram, you have Facebook?
Yes.
Yes, and it's under this Anavah Living. That's correct. Last question. Would you like to collaborate with LEC by giving away an online session?
I would definitely love to collaborate. Thank you, Zelda. I would love to give a 1 hour intensive health coaching session to somebody that wants it. I will send you a long questionnaire before that you can fill in for me, so we can dive into what you want to achieve immediately, and we can maybe set some quick goals for you to set you off on your health journey. And I will also add in my cycle syncing workbook, my cycle syncing ebook, and some recipe books as well that I've written, just to get you onto like just nice healthy eating routines, and just to set you up for
that is amazing. Thank you so much, Karin. That is a lovely giveaway. And if you would like to enter Karin's competition giveaway, simply leave a comment below the video on YouTube. I would like to win, or win, even simply just win, and you will be entered into this competition. Thank you so much, Karin. We really appreciate. Please follow Karin's Instagram, her Facebook, write her a message. I'm sure she would be so happy to answer your questions. This is very important for all the women out there. We should be taking care of ourselves. We should take care of our stress levels and what we eat, how we live. Thank you, Karin. Thanks again for being our guest.
Thanks for having me, Zelda. It was a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it was really nice. Thank you, and good luck with your business.
Thank you so much, Zelda.